Let's try making a truck travel to the end of a track by changing the gradient and clicking a release button. Here we have a truck on a track, and we're going to change the gradient between 1 and 2. So 1 is less steep of a slope, 2 is more steep. And we are going to make some predictions on how far this truck is going to travel based on a gradient of 1 or based on a gradient of 2. So now that you've made your predictions, let's see how far the truck travels. So we're going to assume that this is 70 centimeters because it's a small track. So it didn't travel to the end of the track at that time. Let's try now increasing the gradient. Okay, let's see what happens now. Great, so we actually made the truck travel to the end of the track by increasing the gradient. Let's do another experiment. We're now going to attach a parachute onto the back of the truck, and we're going to see how far the truck travels. Now we are going to need to keep the gradient the same so that it's a fair test. So let's choose gradient 1 and attach a small parachute to the back. Okay, make a prediction. Do you think the truck is going to travel further or not as far? Okay, and let's reset that. And we're going to try increasing the size of the parachute this time and put a big parachute on the back of the truck. What do you think is going to happen now? Do you think the truck is going to travel further or not as far or the same? Okay, so that would be the end of our experiment. If you wanted to try this with a gradient of 2 and just do the same experiment, but keeping the gradient of 2 the same, we could do that as well. So let's go back, put a small parachute on and see how far the truck travels. Okay, let's do that again. This time, gradient 2, increase the size of the parachute. Now we have a big parachute on, and make your prediction. How far do you think the truck is going to go? And there you go.